Hey everybody.
Hello there, folks. Hope you had a wonderful holiday.
We did. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Went to Fiesta Bowl.
Happy New Year's. Went to
Yeah.
Fiesta Bowl. Yeah, we did.
Had a
On
good-
New Year's Eve. It was
Got everybody a good
it
Christmas.
was bittersweet. It was fun to go, but I
Yeah.
mean, obviously the outcome wasn't what I wanted it to
Yeah,
be.
but it was still lit.
Yeah.
That was so much fun.
Our teams are in playoffs.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, a lot of stuff happened, and we kind of missed a few weeks because
Hey.
we got pretty busy.
Hey,
The holidays
Cameron.
are always really busy, so
Cameron, who's got it better than us?
yeah.
Nobody. That's correct.
I'm just
Nobody.
Man, I'm just happy Denver made the playoffs, dude. I'm so happy. I was so happy to be wrong.
Oh, the Bengals
I
aren't.
realized that whatever my pick that I don't want it to be is always the pick that it ends up being, and I didn't pick the Broncos to make the playoffs, and they end up making it. So if I have to do that for the rest of my life, and they keep making the playoffs, and I keep getting that prediction wrong, I'm alright with that. I don't mind that one bit. But yeah, anyway, so it was really kind of hard to talk about the teams that
Well,
had
this
no
was
shot.
holidays. We all were busy.
Yeah, and then we had like Jacksonville playing Tennessee. It's like, okay, they're literally only playing for draft order at this point, and it's the team that's going to lose. So
Yeah,
why
plus-
even bother?
I don't even think the playoff order even changed.
I think it
It
did.
just like
I think it did a lot.
I think it did by like where people were seated, but the teams making it, I don't think changed.
No, all these
Outside of
teams are
maybe the
toast.
Falcons and the Buccaneers, that switched.
All these teams are cooked. Yeah,
But yeah,
but so here's what we're gonna do. We're
We're-
gonna go over the draft order for all the teams that got eliminated. Just
we're
right
gonna
off.
talk about the team's performances.
I've noticed something about the whole draft process is that a lot of people overvalue other players, and then they always come back to the original thesis.
Yeah,
It happens every time. It's like what happens on draft day usually is what happens like directly after the playoffs or like right before the playoffs.
except for you.
That's usually
No.
that's usually like the right it's usually the correct picks are usually at the very end of the season. Because I feel like that's like everybody still knows who these players are. You know, the highlights are still kind of fresh in their minds, so
Yeah.
they know what to expect. Obviously, like stuff can change. You know, obviously there was late risers in the draft a lot at the time, but you know, obviously there's still a lot of great players that are that some teams are eyeing because they sucked for a long time.
But let's get into it.
There's so many bad teams this year.
It was weird. It was like it was the bad teams, and then the playoff teams like separated themselves like really early on.
1 through 12, all at 10 losses plus. All at 10 plus
Yeah.
losses.
Well,
That's
although-
insane. That is crazy. I don't think that's rarely happened in the NFL where like 10 teams had 10 plus losses.
Well, I mean,
10.
usually it's like one or two. Like some teams just usually only like one or two games sometimes.
Chicago had 13 losses.
Chicago dropped to 10.
Chicago went 0-11 after the 4-2 start.
Oh my goodness.
How the hell do you lose 11 straight? Wait.
Well, they fired their head coach. To be fair, they did fire him.
Yeah, they lost 11 straight games. They went 4-13.
Well,
That's crazy. Okay, so they have the 10th pick, and they'll add 4 wins.
Yeah, but when you fire a head
Actually, no,
coach,
they had 5 wins. Never mind.
yeah,
They
but
won- they
when
won
you
the
fire a
last
head
game.
coach mid-season, you're basically admitting it's over
Sorry
anyway.
about that, folks. Week 18, the Chicago Bears did win, so actually, never mind. They went, okay, but 1-10
Oh, they
over
moved
the
it.
last 11 games? That's insane, bro.
Well,
Who cares if they fire the head
That
coach?
actually was important because now the Packers are playing the Eagles.
In
the
New
playoffs.
Orleans, man. New Orleans looked like a juggernaut for the first 4 weeks.
Yeah,
and then
they fell off a cliff.
Yeah, but as it turns out, Dallas and New Orleans were both just abominable.
So we're gonna go through that list from one downer.
Yeah, we'll start at the top.
Tennessee.
So, Tennessee. So
First pick in the draft.
Tennessee is a strange story this year because they had a really beast ass defense and their offense was just abysmal.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, their offense was terrible.
Usually this happens when you're going through a regime change and you fire a head coach like they did Vrabel last year.
Well, and they
It's still a dumb decision they've made.
They had a bunch of replaceable. They had a bunch of young receivers. They had a bunch of vets that were there, but they weren't particularly like world beaters or anything like that. So
Dude, Tennessee's always just gonna be this team. They're always gonna be in the top five.
tough defense. Offense is gonna need some stuff. They're gonna need some freaks.
The problem with Tennessee is they just keep making these mistakes. They're always gonna be in the top five.
Yeah, well, the biggest mistake was letting Derrick Henry walk out the door.
Oh, letting AJ Brown go too.
AJ Brown. Oh, that's gonna be
Like
the
they
biggest.
have the money to pay him.
That'd probably be the biggest what could have been for Tennessee is that they went to 2 AFC Championship games. They didn't win either of them.
Yeah, well, yeah, they did, and they cut Vrabel. And
They went to
got rid of
AFC
Vrabel.
Championship with Vrabel. Yeah, it's insane to think that this team kind of just fell off and they have the number 1 overall pick again.
Yeah, do you think Shador will go
No,
there?
again. Oh no, they had number 2 when they had Mariota.
You think Shador will go there?
Yeah, So for
think
Tennessee,
so,
obviously needs quarterback for sure. They need a franchise guy.
Actually, well, Tennessee wants Shador.
I
can see him getting Cam Ward before Shador.
Tennessee's gonna be interesting.
Honestly, that would probably be better for Shador.
Tennessee's an interesting pick because let's face it, the real loser of the take-a-thon for the draft process has been Shador Sanders, Cam Ward, and probably.
Not a lot of good quarterbacks this draft.
There's a lot of good. I think there's a lot of.
I would say
so much good D-line talent, so many good corners. There's a lot of good receivers in this draft. I think this receiver draft's really underrated.
This is a good receiver. This is a good offensive pieces kind of draft.
Yeah,
running back draft really good.
So I think that, believe it or not, I don't think NFL teams really care about the hype beast in Travis Hunter and Shador Sanders. They need to go to the Giants. They need to go to a big city. I'm going to have the Tennessee Titans taking Shador Sanders at number 1 overall.
You're lying. No, I don't think they are.
I think that Tennessee doesn't care. I think Shador Sanders shouldn't care. He should go wherever he should go wherever he's drafted. And look, I don't know if how this is gonna pan out. Maybe Shador Sanders doesn't test well in the pre-combine draft, but I think that they're gonna probably take Shador Sanders and they're gonna take the best pick. They're gonna go best player available, and Shador Sanders is probably arguably the best player available. I would say Cam Ward probably had better. Cam Ward had better. It's not arguable. Cam Ward had better stats, but I don't know, man. Cam Ward also kind of left at halftime for the bowl game. That's kind of I don't know how
that's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, it might.
The Pop-Tart Bowl.
Yeah, it's a Pop-Tart Bowl. That is true. But
I'm gonna.
It should have just sat out. They should have just sat out.
I don't even.
I wouldn't have. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think that's gonna be a big deal. You're right about that.
Well, I think they're gonna get Cam Ward before they get Shador.
All right, are you taking Cam Ward as first overall pick?
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get Shador. I don't think Shador wants to be there, and I wouldn't blame him. Dude, what happened to Cleveland?
Yeah, that's Cleveland is number 2 in this draft.
They're not getting a quarterback. I don't think they're getting one.
Cleveland surprisingly.
They should. I don't think they're going to.
You know what's funny is Cleveland actually surprisingly didn't have bad offense. I think they were like 18th, 19th. That's pretty bad, but that's not terrible.
I mean, it's not.
That's really not terrible.
Caliber.
It's not terrible. And also they had a few spike weeks like against the Broncos where it's like James Woods had 500 yards passing and like 15 touchdowns.
They beat the Ravens.
They did beat the Ravens.
Jameis beat the Ravens.
Yep.
That did happen.
Yeah, and
I don't watch. They could get.
This is the real question, okay? Is Cleveland going to move on from Deshaun Watson? Or are they just going to take best player available?
I heard they're not. From my sources, they're not.
Okay, so if they're not, I heard that some people were saying that Cleveland. Well, I think Cleveland is a good trade down candidate.
They fired Ken Dorsey.
I think Cleveland's a good trade.
Ken Dorsey or Jack Dorsey?
Ken Dorsey. I think that Cleveland's a good trade down candidate because I think one of these other teams is going to want to try and jump up and get a quarterback.
Oh, I think they could do that too.
I think I think this pick's probably going to get traded. But if Cleveland sticks and picks, I'm thinking they're not going to go offense. They're going to go defense. They're going to take Mason Graham out of the University of Michigan. I think they would rather I think they'd rather strengthen their defense, and then that pick, a D-line pick, panned out well for them last time they picked up this high in the draft. So I think that they'll do that again. And also, I feel like there's no. I think Cleveland could take Cam Ward this high, but I don't think that they will take him this high.
What do you think they'll trade down with Cleveland if they were going to trade down?
I would assume the Jets, the Raiders, or even the Saints. I'd say might make a move up.
I have a
Jacksonville. Jacksonville might make a surprise move up. Giants might move up one spot to secure their guy.
I have a theory. What if the Niners move up?
I was thinking that too. Niners could probably move up.
They're not paying Brock Purdy.
Miami might consider Indianapolis. I think if Anthony Richardson gets moved, I think they can make an aggressive move up.
You're insane. You're insane if you think Brock Purdy's getting $50 million.
Dude, yeah, I know.
He's not getting paid.
We'll talk about them.
I know we will, but I can see the Niners straight up for the Cleveland to get like Shador or something or Cam Ward.
All right, but let's just say, hypothetically speaking, let's say they stick and pick. I'm thinking they take Mason Graham. I think that they want to strengthen the D-line.
I think they're going to take Terry McMillan for Deshaun. They're going to roll with Deshaun Watson. Well, they said they're rolling with Stefanski, and they want to keep Deshaun. Again, They're desperate to make this work. Because this was a huge boo-boo by them.
I don't know if adding more weapons is going to solve their problems, but it's an interesting pick. Over Travis Hunter.
Look, I
think physical traits. I think Tottori makes a lot of sense.
thing is, Travis and Shador are smart enough to know these are not winning franchises, and I don't think
they don't get a choice, bro. Like they don't get a choice.
Well,
like,
what do they stay in?
they don't get a choice.
What if they stay?
What if they stay? Shador can't stay. He'd be fifth year senior. Actually, wait, can he? I don't know. The rules all changed after COVID, so I have no idea if he has no year eligibility. But they could threaten. They could threaten to go back to school if they really wanted to.
Yeah,
I think Travis Hunter can. I don't know if Shador can. I think Travis is still a junior. But why would you? Why? You just won the Heisman Trophy. Like your value's not going to be any better than it is right now. So
Shador had 10 picks.
11 pass defended, 4 picks.
Oh man.
Okay, so all right, we're moving down to the New York Giants. New York Giants.
This is where I think they would get Shador.
New York Giants. Where to do with the New York Giants, man? What to do with them?
I want to say Shador, but I also want to say like something like Ewers or. Well, they would do something dumb like that.
They would
Carson Beck.
They would 99% draft Quinn Ewers if they had the opportunity to.
You know who they would? Carson Beck.
Oh, Carson Beck. Yeah, they would do that too.
I want to
make no sense.
I'm going to say that Giants Carson Beck
over Shador Sanders.
They picked Daniel Jones.
I don't know if they're going to make that same mistake, but I don't think Dale's going to let them make that same mistake, dude.
Is Dale going to stay there?
Is Dale going to get fired? Yeah, that's the question.
It's Black Monday. Has he gotten fired yet?
He might have. Actually, he might have.
I can't check my phone, so
he might have already. I don't know.
I still see the Giants getting Carson Beck. I'm honestly leaning that way. They might pick him.
Dude, that'd be such a trap. Okay,
they would though.
So you're taking Carson Beck. You have conviction that they're going to take Carson Beck.
I don't know why. I have this gut feeling that they're going
over Travis Hunter over Will Johnson.
Cameron, they picked Daniel Jones.
Okay. That's your pick. That's your card you're handing in to the Goodell?
Like rationally, I want to say Shador, but this is the New York Giants we're talking about.
Okay, man. Like, make mistaken pick. You can perseverate about this.
Carson Beck. I don't think Dable's gonna have much say.
Okay, so you're taking Carson Beck with a 3rd overall pick. Okay, I am not insane like you, and I think that.
It's not about being insane. It's about who's picking.
Well, okay. Well, you also think about who's picking. Joe Shobin, right? Joe Shobin's son last year said trade up for Jaden Daniels. His son putting pressure on him, dude. The little 13-year-old kid, or I don't know how old he is. He could be 18. I don't know.
That's the Jets owner.
He looks like he's like 12. Yeah, dude. Also, GMs, stop listening to your kids, bro. They don't know anything. All right, this isn't Madden. These are still human beings. But I have the New York Giants going quarterback. If they're keeping Dayball and they're keeping Joe Schoen, or what is it, Schubert, whatever. 3-13, bro. Or 3-14. They suck. I think they're going to take Cameron Ward out of the University of Miami. A fellow Cam. He was very good this year. I really like Cam Ward's tape. But I think he also needs a little bit more time in the oven, though. I think he needs to play. Cam Ward's one. If Shador and Cam Ward are like both like out of the box, they need to play, like immediately. I think they'll make their offenses way better, especially with Malik Neighbors in the offense. Malik's gonna be a target next year for fantasy football owners, especially if they draft Cam Ward, because Cam Ward's gonna feed him. He's gonna force feed him the ball. All right, so next we have the New England Patriots. They have fired Gerard Mayo. I think very foolishly. I have no idea why they did that. Why? So you give him a barren roster and then you fire him after 1 year?
Vrabel changed his profile pic to his old Patriots garb, but he's with the Patriots.
So what, man? Honestly,
sounds like Vrabel's going to the Patriots.
Okay, well, I mean, Vrabel would be a great hire, but at the same time, though, it's like.
Yeah, no,
You gave him 1 year, bro.
You see Gronk go off on that on the NFL Network yesterday.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, they gave him like 1 year.
Absolutely. Well, that was one of his teammates. I mean, absolutely he should.
To be fair, he looked overwhelmed, dude. He did not look like he knew what he was doing.
He was just. This is his first year as a head coach, man. Like, what was he supposed to do?
True.
Like, what was he supposed to do? And you give him this like absolutely barren roster to work with, and he somehow got 4 wins out of it. Like, you can't just fire a guy after 1 year. I mean, look, there's some people you could tell. Like in Nathaniel Hackett, yeah, you could tell it wasn't working. It wasn't working.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, man. I think teams are just getting too impatient now. So let me get straight. You gave him all of this money, and then you fire him after 1 year.
Well, I think he wants somebody proven like Vrabel. He doesn't want to I don't think Kraft wants to guess for another 3 years if this is the guy or not.
Well, Vrabel is proven, but also, but you don't know. What if Jerome Mato would have went to the playoffs the next season? You don't know that.
I don't know, man. But
like,
all I know is this is the route they're taking. I think they're getting Vrabel. I think they're just doing all this like the Chargers did, just to interview coaches, just get them out of the way so they get Harbaugh.
I think it's despicable, dude. At least give the coach another year. At least give him 2 years. If you're gonna bring Vrabel in, bring Vrabel in for a defensive coordinator, and then promote him to head coach when you want, and then just hire him. Then they bring him in the building. Like, just spend money on your coaches. Like, I don't understand. This is what Denver's doing. Vance Joseph's getting an interview with the Jets, and Denver's apparently going to match their head coaching offer.
Well, you think,
like, yeah, no.
You think Kraft was upset that Mayo cost New England the first round pick?
I don't know if that's true, by the way. I don't know if they're matching the salary, but I hope they do. Anyway, what you said?
Well, do you think Kraft's upset that Gerard Mayo cost him the first round pick?
The first overall pick?
Yeah.
Maybe. Honestly, an old head like that, dude. Like that's happened in the same division with the Dolphins, dude. An old head like that would 100% do something like that.
Well, it happened. So, and by the way, the Patriots
sucks.
So, what do you have the Patriots getting?
So, with that being said, the Patriots still have the 4th overall pick. I believe that they will just go best player available in my draft, and I think that they are going to go with Abdul Carter out of the University of Penn State, or Penn State University. We saw him live at the Fiesta Bowl.
He's pretty good.
Dude, he's a dog, man. He's a dog. Abdul is a dog, man. Patriots are a complete pushover, and they need franchise players. They need franchise-changing talent. And having a quarterback kind of alleviates those concerns. I could see them going I could see them going Travis Hunter with this pick. I really can. I think
do that too. Actually, that's who I'm gonna pick. I think they're gonna go Travis Hunter.
You think they're gonna go Travis Hunter?
Yeah, him or Mason Graham, one of the two.
I don't believe they're gonna go Travis Hunter because I think they're gonna go back to their roots, and they're gonna go more like a Willie McGinnis type of player. Because I think that's what they need. They need to fear the defense, bro. The defense is that's the thing about New England's defense last year. Like, New England's defense was actually like, it wasn't bad.
Well, it wasn't bad this year either.
They stuffed the Bengals. They held the Bengals to 10 points. Like, it's not like they were bad. I just think that they just need more juice on defense.
Yeah.
And I think that there's clearly still rebuilding. And New England doesn't really believe in drafting receivers. They kind of believe in buying them. They kind of get more free agents. So I think that's where New England's going to go with that. And they have a lot of cap space. So I think that's where they go. I think in free agency they're probably going to go receiver heavy, and then they're going to go defense heavy in the draft.
We have Jacksonville next, right? What's their needs? Look at team needs.
Yeah, next up for Jacksonville team needs everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're picking 5th overall. You need everything. All right. So with the 5th overall pick, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars taking Travis Hunter because
that'd be a better pick.
They fired Doug Peterson. They clearly have zero identity on offense. They already have another Travis in their offense with Travis Etienne. You know, ipso facto, right? I think this is a good fit for Travis Hunter, to be honest. I think this is definitely the best fit. Will this happen in the actual draft? I don't know, but I think this is the kind of talent that Jacksonville needs.
Yeah, well, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars getting.
Well, and this depends on. Oh, sorry.
I have to get Will Johnson from the Michigan corner.
Oh yeah, Will Johnson, good pick. This pick kind of really depends on what Travis Hunter wants to play in the NFL. Does he want to play wide receiver or does he want to play corner? I am more apt to believe that he's going to pick corner. So I think Jacksonville needs a corner, and Travis Hunter he's very athletic.
Yeah.
He'll at least compete.
Well, also we got to keep in mind too free agency. So all these picks are bound to change.
Oh, absolutely. But I think there's a few glaring needs that that the free agency additions don't supersede over the draft.
Yeah.
Especially like quarterbacks and like the D linemen. It's like, yeah, no way. Yeah, no way. All right. Next we have the Las Vegas Raiders.
Go back to the other draft board, please.
Yeah. Okay, so with the sixth overall pick, the Raiders are I think the Raiders are much more likely to move up in the draft because they always do the most wild shit in the draft. And they always overdraft players.
Here's the thing: they also have my former GM for the Chargers, and I know he's gonna pick the best player that's available. So I have him getting Mason Graham right here because if he's on my board still.
All right, you have the Las Vegas Raiders taking Mason Graham.
Yeah, because Telesco's gonna be like, no, we gotta take this player.
I'm not gonna lie, that would be a solid pick.
They just bolster up the D line because they got Rankins. They got
they got Christian Wilkins, Max Crosby,
Rankins,
Christian Wilkins, Max Crosby, and Mason Graham.
Yeah, that's pretty stout.
That could go hunt Mahomes, man. That's you're hunting for your players. So that's a smart pick.
Yeah,
that's a smart pick.
I think Brady won that too, Michigan guy.
But this is the Las Vegas Raiders we're talking about.
Yeah,
they love gambling, man. They love it.
Oh, I haven't gotten Shador yet.
Yeah, they.
Oh, I might change that.
Oh, you're changing it?
Yeah, I think Shador's gonna be a Raider if these are.
Thanks for not considering your pick before I wrote it down in blue pen, bro.
Oh no, it's gonna be so hard to write down Shador Sanders. Just put SS.
Don't cut that out. Cut that out.
Just put his initials.
That is kind of wild. That is SS.
Let's put Buff.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
All right, yeah.
Okay, so you have the Las Vegas Raiders. So you have Shador getting his wish anyway, and going to be a Raider.
Yeah,
I think that's a sound pick if he falls that far.
Because I don't see the other teams. Tennessee's gonna be like, we can't have Shador, and they think Cleveland's gonna do the same. Well, Cleveland's gonna stick.
You have Shador Sanders being the third quarterback off the board. That would be an upset, bro.
It's personality.
I wonder what the odds are for that, man.
It's personality, bro. It's Tennessee too.
Tennessee wants. And the GM might get spooked.
Exactly.
The GM might get spooked.
Well, here's the thing. I also heard I heard a lot of scouts don't even have Shador in their top in the first round at all.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I've been hearing.
Well, then he's
like a lot.
Then he's going to be a perfect Raider, isn't he? They always overdraft players.
Dark horse. I can see the Raiders trading up to get him, or not the Raiders trade up to get him, or the Niners trade up to get him.
I think they might trade up with New England, or they have to trade up with Cleveland. I think the only way the Raiders can secure Shador Sanders if he's not there, if Tennessee doesn't take him, is Cleveland. That's the only time they can get him.
You know what's gonna be fascinating about the Raiders? Who's gonna have more of a say in drafting, Brady or Telesco?
Brady, 100%. He's an owner. Brady.
He's an owner, but so is Mark Davis' son.
Okay.
What's his name again?
Okay.
I don't even know his son's name. That's how much I despise the Raiders.
I think Mark Davis is the son.
Oh, Mark Davis?
Yeah, Al Davis is the father.
Oh, yeah, you're right. See, I don't care. It's the Raiders. Screw the Raiders. We beat your asses yesterday.
No, okay. Let me just answer this question for you. If you're sitting in a room with Tom Telesco, Tom Brady, and Mark Davis, who do you think Mark Davis is going to listen to outside of Tom Brady or Tom Telesco?
This is the thing, though.
You're listening to Tom Brady, dude. Yes, you're listening to your minority.
But Telesco's going to say Mason Graham or something like that. That's what I'm saying. How long Telesco's going to be?
Brady will agree. If Mason Graham's there, Brady will agree. Brady doesn't care.
I don't know, man.
Brady's also smart. He's also.
I know he is too, but that's
he played with Willie McGinnis, bro. Like he's seen this before. Like he knows the power of a D lineman.
Look, it's also the Raiders.
You draft so emotionally, bro.
It's the Raiders, dude.
Draft logically.
Karen, I don't draft logically. What are you talking about?
I'm drafting full. This is full logic. I mean, the draft is illogical. You're right.
I'm going by what teams have done.
Okay, let's stop separating. All right.
All right.
Okay, who do I have the Raiders taking? I think I'm gonna have the Raiders. Man, this is a tough one, dude. They get stuck again with no quarterback. I'm thinking they're gonna reach and they're gonna take Jalen Milroe out of the University of Alabama.
Oh, you're not wrong. That could happen too.
Here's why.
Dude, look at his stats.
Yeah. Okay. So look for.
Wow.
Well, this doesn't include rushing. For all that talk I just said about Brady taking the best player available, I think they're gonna panic. I think that they're gonna panic because they're gonna see all these quarterbacks falling off of the board, and they're gonna think, "Oh shoot, we need one now." And look, Jalen Milroe's ranked 31 on this Tankathon board. I have no clue how the rankings are in terms of draft orders. Like the Raiders could have this guy number 1. Like we have no idea. But I think Jalen Milroe's worth a pick. I think the Raiders always find a way to reach for players that they probably shouldn't have reached for. So
yeah,
and I don't know if Brady is going to be enough to solve that. I don't even know how much say Brady even has in drafting because he is still a commentator. So
yeah.
He might not have any say in the draft process. So it's entirely possible that's Telesco's pick.
Yeah. You don't think there's going to be some backroom deals or backroom stuff going on?
We'll have to see. It's the NFL.
Let's be honest.
It is in fact the NFL. So, I think Jalen Milroe to the Raiders actually is a little bit more plausible, but we'll have to see.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how the Raiders pan out with that. I think Mason Graham, on your board, Mason Graham makes a lot of sense, and Shedeur Sanders probably. If Shedeur Sanders does fall that far, he's probably going to be a Raider. All right, next we have the New York Football Jets. They are in the middle of no man's land.
This is a weak
no man's land. This is no man's land. This is absolutely diabolical. They have no shot at a top quarterback, realistically speaking. Aaron Rodgers is probably gone.
Dylan Gabriel.
Okay, bro, stop throwing out stupid names, okay? Like let's talk about what their situation is first, okay? Oh, Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, here's the Jets, dude. Like I would say Mason Graham here, but they already have a D tackle.
Okay, but let's
First off, let's talk about
talk through the situation first instead of throwing names out. Okay?
Well, first off, we should say congratulations to Aaron Rodgers for getting 501 passing touchdowns to join the 500 club.
Man, that's real tragic what happened to him, bro. Like that Achilles tear, he wasn't the same MVP Rodgers.
This is gonna be a big key too, because are they gonna get rid of him? It sounds like they're both going, him and Devontae Adams.
Personally speaking, if I were a GM, I would keep the nucleus together for one more season and fire all the coaches. Get rid of that coaching staff, bro.
This is what I'm saying about the Jets.
They should have kept Saleh. They should have kept Saleh.
They should have kept Saleh, but I mean,
they should have kept Saleh. Did you see this? Did you see the defensive stats before and after? The before and after is insane, dude.
Yeah, Ahmad Gardner. We're calling him Ahmad because he lost his sauce after that.
He could get his sauce back.
He will get his sauce. Oh, he will get his sauce back. But
yeah.
But here's the thing: like the Jets owner blaming this on Rodgers. Like, yeah, it doesn't help when you fire your head coach halfway through the season, bro. You're only a game behind the Bills at one point.
I know, and they just Woody Johnson.
Okay, first,
he's making his bid for the new worst owner in the NFL.
If you're taking advice from your kids on how to draft from Madden, you're an adult. Woody,
dude,
bro.
That's the same thing with the Giants, man. Oh, you should draft. Dad, you only have one shot at a GM job. You should draft Jane Daniels. Son, do you know how many players we'd have to give up just to get to our number 2 overall pick? Like, don't listen to these guys, okay? If they can't drink, if they can't go to a bar and get a beer, then you shouldn't listen to their opinion for NFL advice. At least, at bare minimum, like there's no way you should be listening to your son, and if that's true. That's the reason why Rodgers that Saleh got fired, that Rodgers is going, that Devontae Adams. Why would you trade for Devontae Adams only to fire the head coach? Like, was that to appease Rodgers? Like, what's the plan here? The answer is there is no plan. And it sucks for the Jets because their streak's going to continue for a very long time after this. They have no hope. They have no coach. Their quarterback's about to walk out the door. Like, everybody wants to get traded, which they should. Breece Hall needs to get traded. Brandon Allen needs to get traded. Garrett Wilson needs to get traded. Sauce Gardner needs to get traded. Like, Quinn Williams needs to get traded. Everybody needs to get... The Jets should just have a full fire sale and just get rid of everybody. Clean the slate. Because, look, if you're not going to clean the slate and you're just going to keep people around, this team is never going to win.
No, dude.
This team is never going to win. This current roster construction, they're just not going to win. That stink of losing is on them.
It comes back to the owner too. You're like,
it sucks.
This Jets organization is always in the same spot, every year.
Yeah, it sucks. Anyway, the Jets are they're probably the worst run organization in the league, and unfortunately they ruined Rodgers' career. I think Rodgers probably could have had one more good season in him.
I can also see the Jets. I can also see the Jets trading back here too.
Yeah,
if they were smart.
If they were, they're smart. But let's say it's the Jets. This is not the Jets. So I have the Jets, and instead of trying to reach for a quarterback or trying to try and add some explosive pieces, I think that they just go exactly what they should be doing, and they should go tackle, and they should be going Kelvin Banks out of the University of Texas.
They do need an O-line. Doesn't matter who they have a quarterback right now.
O-line pick is always a safe pick with your constituency, because they need PR bad, bro. They have the Jets have the crappiest PR right now, dude.
I have a thought. What if they get Kirk Cousins in the offseason?
Well, he needs a line.
He doesn't need a line, so yeah, they'd be better off just getting a free agent and just.
Are you gonna run it back though? You're gonna do the same thing on a guy off an Achilles tear?
Bro, this team is so far. This team needs a lot more than just a quarterback right now.
Yeah, and they
need O-line. They need everything.
And they played just good enough, and Rodgers gave the one last FU for that win, just to screw them over and ruin their draft stock.
So my pick for the Jets, I'm gonna say, Will Campbell.
Will Campbell out of University or out of LSU.
Because he plays tackle and interior, so I think that's dual threat.
They're both nasty, bro. These two guys are both nasty. I don't think either of these guys are gonna whiff. That's what the Jets need. The Jets need a solid double. They need somebody that's just gonna hit it. That's not gonna screw. It's not gonna. They're not gonna lose this pick. They're not gonna lose with Kevin Banks or Will Campbell. Like that's what the Jets need to just stop the bleeding. All right, next we have the Carolina Panthers at number 8. I think Carolina late season Carolina wasn't bad, bro.
Yeah,
like they got something going.
Bryce Young had 5 touchdowns yesterday.
Yeah, I'm pulling for him, dude. I hope that they do. I hope that they pull it through.
Yeah, Canales is a pretty good coach.
Canales is great.
Yeah, I think he's a
great hire.
The problem was they swapped out Bryce Young after the season, so it's like, okay, well, why?
I think that bench is probably the best thing of Bryce Young's career, because I think it showed him how to run the offense as a pro. It showed him how to run the organization as a pro. Yeah. Andy Dalton could still sling it as old. It showed Bryce Young that, hey man, you get to play in this league. You have to do the work.
What's the team need for Carolina?
I don't know if that was a problem for Bryce Young. I think that was just a problem with his mentality and just. He's on a loser franchise and all that stuff, so I think getting over that's going to be tough.
Well, I think the owner realized, okay, I'm just going to let the players play out. I'm not going to get involved in this.
I think, and also I think Tepper listened to Canales, and Canales is like, dude, just step away. Like, just let us go. Let us coach. We got the training.
Like, let me fix this. All right, like I can make this work
for sure. Yeah.
But speaking of which, I think they're going to get another tackle or another O lineman for.
I was going the same way too.
I think they're going to get. I think we're just swapped open.
I think Kelvin Banks is going before Will Campbell,
and I think Will Campbell's going for Kevin Banks.
Not gonna lie, not a bad way to end the year out with Carolina. I'm very interested to see them next year.
Look at Campbell's size, 6'6", 320.
Yeah, and I think that they're gonna double down on the run game next year. So because that clearly was working for them on offense. All right, next we have the New Orleans Saints at number 9. No shot at a quarterback.
Let's go with team needs. I don't know what this team needs.
They need
because they fired their head coach, so I'm like, okay, well, this is a little hard.
They need weapons. That's what I said. They need weapons.
An edge. Oh, they do need an edge. I think Chase Young's staying here after this year.
No, I think he's gonna stay.
What happened to him?
I think he's gonna stay. I think they're gonna give him a new contract. I think the Saints are prime candidates to overspend in free agency for edge rusher, because I think that they don't really. I think that they know that their roster's getting older, so they'd rather double down on vets instead of trying to add some fresh talent.
I think Chase Young will be better on any other team like the Broncos or the Chargers.
Yeah, but I think they probably might go edge though.
I think they would too. I think they go with Mikael Williams out of Georgia. Look at him, dude.
I'm likewise
6'5", 265, 2 forced fumbles, 5 sacks out of Georgia.
I think they need premier talent out of premier universities. I think that's what the Saints need.
Oh, I forgot about him too.
I think this would also dark horse. I think if Alvin Kamara gets traded, Ashton GNT's a New Orleans Saint.
If they let Kamara go.
Yeah, if this is if Kamara gets
I don't know, dude.
If this is Kamara gets let go.
I don't think they're
outside
running
chance.
back.
I think there's an outside shot. Ashton Gianti's
Maybe, but I don't think they'll pick a running back
Say.
that high.
All right, I know one team that will though.
I think Gentry will fall between 10 and 15 though.
I know one team.
Worst case, he's falling in the later rounds. I know
Okay.
that for a fact.
So for the next pick, we have the Chicago Bears at number 10, picking number 10 again, back-to-back drafts. This one's interesting because Caleb Williams was the most sacked quarterback in the league last year. 2 tackles just fell off. 2 picks before him, or what's this one's edge? Yeah, so what am I trying to say? Oh, okay, so Chicago just saw 2 tackles just taken before them. They're gonna panic and they're gonna take a tackle too. So I think they're gonna take Josh Simmons out of the University of Ohio. I keep saying University of. It's Ohio State University.
The Ohio State. Well, I mean,
The Ohio State University. Yeah. OH. That was fun to say at the Rose Bowl. I think they need to. Yeah, they need line. They need offensive. They need an O tackle.
Yeah, Chicago needs some help there, dude.
They might.
They need help. They need O tackle. They need offensive guards. They need center. They need a whole new O line.
They might not be able to suffer the temptation and might go receiver again. They might go skill. I could see Chicago also going Ashton Gianti. I could also see them doing that.
They need an O line.
I would hate that pick so much for Ashton Gianti to get stuck on the Chicago Bears with no offensive line.
They need a line first, dude.
But Chicago might be that one team that's like, we need our Walter Payton. Yeah, this might be an ownership pick.
Well, how long are they keeping Swift for? Is he done after this year? Is he free agent?
I think he's one and done.
But here's the thing: they already have 3 running backs there, or decent running backs, but
they need a line.
They need a line.
They need a line.
Running back doesn't matter if you don't have a line.
Yeah, they could draft Ashton Gianti and waste his career there. But they need a line.
I think they get Cameron Williams out of Texas.
What?
The Chicago Bears. I think they'll reach for him.
Yeah, you think they do for Cam Williams?
Yeah, I think they will. Well, look at his size: 6'5", 335.
All these tackles are big boys, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they might go for pedigree. That's what I'm saying. Like Bears are a pedigree team. They especially for tackles.
But that Ursery guy too. They could take that guy too.
All right, next I have the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, they'll definitely get the guy out of.
So
what do
this
they need right now.
So this is interesting. So
I had
with all these other teams reaching for players and seemingly reaching for them, but some of these guys could be Hall of Famers, and the team's nailing the pick right now. Like this could be the golden draft, and we might have gotten them all right. And also Jalen Milroe's ranked 30th on this, but he could test well and be like 6th by the end of the draft cycle. Like Cam Ward can be like 10th, or he can move up to 2. Like it's so nebulous, Like it's just ultimately it's who the person is and what team to go to. But anyway, so in the interest of that, my corners got pushed down the list outside of probably Travis Hunter. So I had San Francisco 49ers drafting Will Johnson out of the University of Michigan. And we actually got to see Will Johnson play at the Rose Bowl earlier last year. And he's a dog. He's a dog. He's really good. I really like him. He's a good corner.
Yeah. You haven't fallen that far.
Oh yeah, dude, I have 3 tackles, 3 quarterbacks, and 2 edge, and 1 D lineman. So
can you go to what
accurate.
the Niners need? Like just
what do the Niners need? You need other people's opinions, dude.
Well, no, I don't really. They do need a corner. All right, go back to the draft board. They need a corner. They need a lot of stuff. Well, here's the thing. They've been struggling this year.
You had them take. You said that they might need to move on from Brock Purdy.
They do, but I don't think they're going to get a quarterback here in this draft. I think they're going to stick with. Here's the thing.
I think they might think they could get Magic again and draft a guy late.
I can see them trading for Cousins.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know. That experiment might not pan out as they might hope it to. They could. I mean, this could be Kirk Cousins' swan song finally.
Or they could get Darnold back.
Or Darnold. That's a fun one too. And Darnold's probably gonna be a free agent after this offseason too. And he pretty much they won the 5th seed, but they were on the doorstep for the 1 seed. It just fell to the more superior team, unfortunately.
Now back to
them.
this. I could see them getting Siobhan Revel. If they need a corner that bad, I don't think they.
Siobhan, you mean?
Yeah, Siobhan Revel Jr.
I don't know, man. I think that
They like players like this though, just obscure players that get out of nowhere.
they do like to draft a straight talent. So, all right. Next up, we have
Dallas.
I'm gonna have to look at more tape of this Siobhan.
I want to say
he's got good measurables, and he doesn't have very many stats, so that means nobody was throwing to him.
Now, here's the thing. I think this is where Genty goes.
Yes, I think this is absolutely GNT. Yeah, I think Rico Dowdle is interesting, but I think Ashton GNT is going to be a Cowboy.
And there's always a pipeline from Boise State to Cowboys for some reason. Leighton Vander Esch,
Jerry Jones,
D-Law, Cedric Wilson.
So I think
Kellen Moore.
Well, ultimately, you know what's funny is that I think they're actually going to follow the Detroit Lions model, and I think Ashton GNT and Jahmyr Gibbs have similar profiles. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, they are very similar. Huge thighs, does not get tackled on first contact. Yeah, Ashton GNT is going to be an absolute weapon for the Cowboys. I don't think he's definitely a first round pick. He's definitely anybody that's saying, "Oh, you should never draft a running back in the first round." It's like, yeah, I saw Ashton GNT bounce off of 9 people. Okay, this guy's incredible. He's gonna look good he's gonna look good with the star, and also, just look at their division too. Like, Commanders are playing Moneyball, but they have Austin Eckler and Brian Robinson, who are both very quality running backs, and then you have Saquon Barkley, they had to bench him so he wouldn't break the record.
Yeah,
like
that was stupid. That was so dumb.
Yeah, I don't like that either. But
well, we don't want to get hurt. Okay, then what was the other 16 games?
Yeah, but also if it's a copycat league, maybe a GNT guy would be perfect for the Dallas Cowboys. I really didn't want him to be a Dallas Cowboy, but this just makes too much sense. I think you and I both understand. Like, it just makes too much sense. All right, next we have the Miami Dolphins. Also, another great spot for Ashton GNT, by the way, if he falls to Miami.
He's not going there.
He's not.
They have
Devontae Chan.
Wait, who do we have for Atlanta?
They don't mind taking players up.
Isn't Atlanta next?
No, it's Miami.
Oh, it's Miami? Really?
Dude, Atlanta's 15, yeah.
We're
fine.
Wow. I did not know that.
Okay, yeah, this is why we're doing this.
All right, I think they need a safety. They need to do more on that defense. Their offense
they need the secondary. Yeah, they need a secondary.
They're gonna lose Tyreek.
They need a secondary bad, dude.
Nobody knows Tyreek Hill is apparently leaving.
Yeah, apparently he's he's PTFOing, dude. He's out.
He's just out.
Yeah, he's punching out.
I think he still has money on his contract, but it doesn't sound like it's gonna matter.
He redid his deal this year.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty
I think he's just threatening to retire.
We'll see what happens with that.
The vibes are low in
their offense is pretty good, but
vibes are not running high with Miami.
I think Miami's gonna get that safety out of Georgia.
Yeah, Malachi Starks. I think I was gonna pick the same one. Malachi Starks.
It just seems like he's made to order.
Yeah, prime school, Miami.
They haven't replaced Xavier Howard yet, so I think this would be the kind of guy that replaces him.
I could totally see Miami going tackle or again receiver.
And also, Jalen Ramsey's getting older, bro.
Yeah, they need help. Okay, next Indianapolis at 14.
Indianapolis.
This one is a wild pick because are they gonna get rid of Anthony Richardson?
We've seen Pat McAfee's been saying about the culture of the Indianapolis Colts.
He's right.
We see what the head coach said. Well, look, some guys show up late. Okay, you're the head coach. What the hell?
He's right.
The head coach. The head coach is saying that. Right. Well, some guys show up late. Shouldn't you address that?
I mean, I know Pat McAfee's a talking head, dude, but I
remember in high school we got punished for being late.
He played on very successful teams. He knows how they run. it's actually kind of brave of them to say something like that. That's like, hey, like you guys need to do if the mascot is getting the military award or whatever they're saying. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a big problem.
Well,
And that's a culture thing, bro.
Because all the Colts had to do is win out.
That's a culture thing. Yeah, I think
All they had to do is win out.
I think they need to fire Steichen. I think they need to get
apparently they're keeping him. They're keeping both.
It's foolish. I would put.
That's from Jim Irsay said that. Apparently, he's keeping both.
All right, man. All right.
So don't project the Colts going much very far next year.
They could be a good team. They could be good. They're a good collection of talent. But the Colts are like the anti-Broncos this year. The Colts have the young QB. They have the running back. They got the weapons. They got the defense, and they can't make the playoffs.
They got crushed by the
Broncos had the most dead cap hit in NFL history this year, and they still made the playoffs. Why? Because coaching matters.
And like I just said,
Steichen isn't he's a coordinator. He's a coordinator.
Like I just said, they got crushed by the Giants this year.
They got destroyed by Drew Lock. Drew Lock.
Took him out of their draft pick.
Drew Lock.
Big cock Lock. Drew Lock's the same on that team for very long.
Big cock.
Giants upset by that.
My guy, Drew Lock, dude. That he's my guy, bro. I miss that guy. I'm glad he's not my quarterback, but 5 touchdowns to screw the Colts out of a playoff berth was classic.
Yeah, well, that's the Colts.
He's still paying dividends for the Broncos, bro.
The Colts screwed themselves out of that, though.
Yeah, he still has.
Right, well, anyways, back to what the Colts are drafting.
Drew Lock back from freaking
if
purgatory, dude.
The Colts,
the Broncos.
The Colts, I could see either getting James Pierce or Luther Burden here. Luther Burden is a big guy, dude.
I see Indianapolis.
Oh no, he's not. He's 5'11".
I have okay. I don't. That's pretty big for a receiver, bro. I have Luther Burden going to the Indianapolis Colts, and here's why.
Actually, he's 5'11", 208.
And here's why they're going to draft Luther Burden. Okay, the Colts don't have an identity, and they're going to try and finagle and flail their way into trying and be an irrelevant team. And I don't think it's going to work. And wide receiver is a splashy pick, so they're going to pick receiver.
I think that too. I just put Luther Burden out for me.
But listen, if I were to do the Colts, I'm trading Anthony Richardson. I'm trading Jonathan Taylor. I'm trading all these guys. I agree. I think that's accurate. Because, dude, you have everything. You still didn't make the playoffs. Like, that's a culture thing at a certain point. Like, Sean Payton, again, they're the anti-Broncos. They had it all, and they still couldn't make it.
Yeah.
And then the Broncos woodshedded them.
They did, dude. It was bad.
I mean, that game wasn't even close. Anthony Richardson almost looked like he was about to cry on the field, dude.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they might be good guys in real life. I'm not saying
they're terrible people.
No, this isn't a judge of character, but like, guys, you still have to win games at a certain point, right? This is the men's league, correct? Like, you wouldn't see Cam Hayward beg to come off the field, dude. You probably have to kill Cam Hayward to come off the football field. Like, Cam Jordan, freaking T.J. Watt, like those kind of guys, like, yeah, you have to peel them off the field. Like, or Tom Brady's or the big, and like, you have to peel them off. Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, they had to tell Patrick Mahomes had to sit. I'm just saying, man. Like. Eventually, the attitude permeates the team. Okay, it's taking us forever to get to these last picks. So, all right, next we have the Atlanta Falcons.
I haven't get James. First off, I mean, they kind of doomed themselves here by waiting to start.
Kirk Cousins what an absolute heist that was.
Yeah, he got paid a lot of money to do nothing for him.
That was he did.
Well, that was their fault
He did
too.
Some stuff for them, and then he sucked.
Well, that was their fault too. That was their fault too. Like, why did you get him?
Yeah,
you could have paid some of your players. You could have gotten more picks over the free agency.
Yeah,
but no.
Listen. Okay,
they need a defense. They're good on offense. They're fine on offense.
It was a baffling pick when they made it. The Penix pick was a stroke of genius.
Yeah.
The Penix pick was an absolute stroke of genius. He looks great.
But now
he looks great.
Yes, but now they need to lay off the offense because they have way too many offensive weapons. It's time to go defense.
I know. Now it's time to absolutely go defense. So that's why I have them taking Jalen Walker out of the University of Georgia, staying in state. Falcons are going to be a nice team to watch next year, dude. I think Penix was the correct pick. It was a ballsy pick to do, especially out. They got a lot of heat for it, but it was the correct pick in hindsight.
I think they're gonna get James Pierce Jr. They need an edge rusher, dude. They need more. They need more on that front line, dude.
They couldn't go wrong with either of those guys, but I think they want a little bit more versatility in their defense.
Well, James Pierce, it's hard to get edge rushers in this league, dude. So they're gonna, and if he's 13th value, and they're getting him at what pick number?
Yeah, but 15. Again, dude, all these rankings can totally change. So we're just debating on, debating about stuff. All right, next we have the Arizona Cardinals at 16. The Arizona Cardinals are a very interesting football team because they could go a number of different ways. They could do the Twin Towers and just do
Twin Towers. Huh? That's a statement.
Okay, cut that out. Cut that.
All right.
They could either do the two giants at receiver and with Marvin Harrison and Tatoria McMillan, stay in state.
Lard haven't getting picked, so
I have them.
I have Abdul Carter not getting picked yet.
Yeah, he kind of slipped through he's not gonna slip through the cracks for you. I don't know, it's possible. This can all change.
All right, well, I have Arizona getting Abdul Carter.
Yeah, the Arizona getting Abdul Carter.
Yeah.
I love how your Boise State mind kind of just blocked out Abdul Carter even existing, even though you saw him in real life. Yeah. I have the Arizona getting Tatoria McMillan. I think Jonathan Gannon is okay. Yeah, that Eagles coaching staff that they that those young guns that got head coaching jobs, they should thank their lucky stars that they had Nick Sirianni as a head coach, because oh my gosh, like these two just don't. They can win games. They're coordinators, man. They're not head coaches. They're coordinators.
Yeah.
They're not head coaches. They're coordinators. Especially like if Kyler Murray had more of a disciplinarian head coach, they'd probably be a little more. If they had like a Sean Payton, they'd probably be a lot more successful on offense. But yeah, can you imagine Sean Payton with Marvin Harrison and yeah, that'd be actually pretty good. Okay, next we have the Cincinnati Bengals. I say the Bengals because Bengals fans. What the hell, man? We haven't been the Denver Broncos have been in the playoffs for 9 years, and you guys are like, oh, they don't deserve it.
Are you crap on the Bengals?
Shut up, guys. Oh my gosh.
Well, the defense needs to play better. Now, speaking of defense, I think
you don't win playoff games. You don't go to the playoffs if you don't have a defense. It's so funny. They're like, oh, the Broncos would get killed. The Bengals would get killed.
My team actually beat the Bengals, so.
Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, I know. And they always point, and the Bengals fans are always going to point out that, oh, they beat the Broncos, though, at the last game. It's like, oh, well, guess what? You lost the Patriots in week 1. Ha!
And the Browns.
Ha! Yeah, ha! Ha! Sucks.
Yeah, they should have
won. And guess what? You lost to Russ and the Steelers. Yeah. Russ hung 44 points on you guys. Dude, Russell Wilson sucks. This defense, he sucks now. He used to be really good, but he's not very good now.
This defense is going to need a commanding force, meaning a linebacker, and I think it's where they're going to get Jalen Walker.
Yeah, they need defense for sure. They just fired Lou Anarumo because their defense sucked.
Yeah, well, they did. They did today.
Yeah, I know they did. Yeah, I know. Like, yeah, they should have fired him mid-season because he was terrible.
Should have fired him a while ago. Yeah, he was pretty bad.
Yeah, they would blitz when they didn't need to blitz. They would call zone and then freaking just get killed and then Joe Burrow would have to score like 50 touchdowns. It's like, I'm not a hater of Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Chase Brown. Great offense, man. Like they played their asses off. They were trying their best to beat the defense. I'm not saying that they didn't have an historic season.
There's still a lot of good players in this draft, by the way.
Yeah, but I'm just I just think it's so funny that all the fans are they get a touch of riches and all of a sudden they think that they're like they're one of the old blood teams. It's like, okay, guys, okay, Bengals, win a championship first, bro. Like win a chip first. Like you guys could get mad at the
Broncos. Well, they actually been in the Super Bowl. Well, when they lost.
Yeah, at least we actually won the last playoff game we won. At least we actually won the Super Bowl, bro.
They haven't won one yet?
No.
They've been the 2 and lost both, right?
No. They have never won a Super Bowl.
All right. So I have Cincinnati getting Jalen Walker because they need a commanding force.
I just don't get that. I just don't get that, man. Like, Bengals fans, come on. You guys should be pulling for the Broncos. Come on.
Why would they be pulling for your team? They want to get in playoffs.
Hey, at least we can both agree that we want to beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs were ducking the Bengals.
All right. Well, if you're finished,
finished
laying,
save it. Yeah, bro. Spare
okay.
me,
Well,
bro.
if you're finished laying into the Bengals, who do you have them getting?
I'm sorry. Bengals fans mostly have been great.
Okay, we get it.
The few bandwagon fans that joined the Bengals when they made their run, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. No, learn some ball. Learn some ball first.
We get it. You don't like the Bengals. Who do you get to pick?
Most Bengals fans do know ball.
Oh my gosh, we get it.
It's these annoying hype beasts that only
keep going.
I'm gonna keep going, dude, because these guys are making me mad because they think that quarterback receiver is the only thing that matters.
Don't alienate a fan base.
I'm not alienating them. I love Bengals fans.
Except for the Raiders fans, you can alienate them all you want.
Yeah, Raiders, and Chargers fans.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
It's all in good fun, dude. It's fucking football, dude. It's nothing serious.
So, anyways, who do you have the Bengals picking?
Who have the Bengals taking? I have them not retaining the services of Mike Gesicki, even though I think they should. I think they should. And I think that they're going to go Colson Loveland out of the University of Michigan.
After this terrible year with their defense, you have them going offense?
Yep.
Okay.
Steer into the storm,
Another
baby.
piece of paper.
Yeah, it's steer into the storm, baby.
I have
actually
I have them actually learning from a mistake and getting Jalen Walker. Because they need a linebacker, they need a commanding force in this defense.
Just kidding. I actually don't have them taking Colson Loveland. I was just joking because
you wrote it down.
No, because I wrote it down and then I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. They've put an offense like the past 10 drafts. Like they probably should go defense once in a while.
The Nick Gordon pick looks pretty interesting.
And they need and I feel like they need. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But I feel like they need somebody to pair up with Trey Hendrickson. So I actually have them taking James Pierce Jr. out of the University of Tennessee.
That would actually be a good pick.
Just kidding. I know I wrote it down, but I'm just kidding. I think Colson Love is probably. I think the Titans are. Also, I caught myself because I'm like, okay, wait, Titans don't usually go this early if there's not really one that's like that high up the charts. So,
yeah.
All right, next we have Seattle at number 18. What does Seattle do here?
I think they're going to get Nick Scorton, or Scort, that's how you call him?
I have to say this, dude. Somehow,
they need a QB.
Somehow, the Seattle Seahawks are in a worse position than the Denver Broncos this season. Somehow.
Oh, wow. I mean, an Asian quarterback, that's...
Yeah, I know. Asian quarterback.
So you're saying Asian quarterback.
Aging quarterback entering final year of his deal.
Sounded so funny.
I'm nasally, bro. My bad. Sorry, I'm not trying to do anything like that.
I know. Anyways, you're saying
I'm sorry.
That sounded so bad.
I'm sorry. I'm reading. Oh yeah. Okay. I mean, hey, that's not actually a bad pick. The Colson Loveland pick for apparently Mike Gesicki's in. He doesn't have a full contract with him. Anyway, I think that's it. They go edge rusher there. Anyway, the last pick is Seattle. So.
As of now.
Let's see how Quinn Ewers tests out, man. I think this could be a Quinn Ewers pick.
Really?
I think we're on Quinn Ewers' watch.
Well, they need a guard, so.
Yep. Well, that's if Quinn Ewers goes to, if he actually declares for the draft, which he should.
Well, go back to the big word again real quick. I think Seattle's going to probably go offensive weapon. I think they're going to get that, a bit.
I'm gonna have Seattle.
You know how I think? They're gonna get Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't believe Seattle needs more weapons. I think they are just going. I think Seattle is perfectly content to just keep stacking talent on the defensive line and just keep taking shots at it. So I'm taking Nick Scarleton out of the Texas A&M. Great draft for D-line. I feel like we say this every year. This is a good D-line draft. Oh, this is a good D-line draft. Oh, this is a good D-line draft. But it's like they just keep getting freakier and freakier, man. All right. That's our picks for the losers, the teams that got eliminated.
And our sort of recap of the season of all these teams.
Tennessee, Cleveland, definitely. I mean, they need Jesus. The teams that need Jesus are Tennessee, Cleveland, the Giants, New England, Jacksonville, Raiders, Jets,
Basically,
Carolina.
the top 7 teams every year.
Every team. I think San Francisco is probably going to be okay. They just need to reload a little bit and get some better talent.
Yeah. They had a rotten year, too.
Dallas, what?
They had a bad year, too. They had a lot wrong.
A lot went wrong. And losing McCaffrey for the year was not helpful. Yeah. McCaffrey is a total game changer.
I mean, one of the wide receivers got shot in the chest.
Yeah. Well, and Brandon Ayuk got injured
2 players lost their kids. It was a bad year for the. It was just.
It's rough.
Like the Niners, like you think about, the Niners.
Talk about hangover, man. The hangover hit them worse than it hit the Chiefs.
Like the Niners, just pack it in, guys.
The Chiefs are alcoholics when it comes to Super Bowl wins, man. They just keep on chugging. But San Francisco had a major. San Francisco crashed. Dallas, I feel like Dallas has all the pieces. They just kind of have to stay the course and then reload this draft. If they get Giancy, that's going to be an absolute heist.
Yeah.
Giancy's going to totally change their fortunes, I think. Because if they have the offensive line still in place and they don't have any retirements and they keep everybody together, Dallas could be dangerous on offense again with Giancy. I think Miami needs just defense. We both have them taking the secondary. Indianapolis, they need Jesus, bro.
Yeah.
They need to have a come to Jesus meeting and say, hey, you guys need to play like professionals, dude. If some talking heads on television are calling you out, bro, that's a problem.
Maybe they didn't stop being a jackass.
He's
kind of a jackass.
He's my kind of jackass, though.
I know. That's the thing. That's a little bit irritating.
He's my favorite kind of jackass. Yeah. Atlanta's gonna make a run at the division next year, especially if Penix develops. Bijan Robinson's such a beast, dude. He's such a dog.
Well, Atlanta's good on offense. They just need
a beast.
They need to start loading up on that defense now.
Yeah, they need to start just take as many shots as you can. Arizona, if Arizona can pull off an Abdul Carter heist like you said, that would be good.
Yeah, I can see him getting James Ferris Jr. That
they need a Chandler Jones in that defense, dude. They don't have that edge rusher yet.
They had Zach Allen. They just let him go.
Yeah, it's Denver. Yeah, thanks Cardinals. Yeah, and
absolute heist.
And
that's
Cincinnati, number 25 on defense, guys. That's why you guys lost. Yeah, that's right. I pulled for Joe Burrow when he tore his ACL. I pulled for Joe Burrow when he made the Super Bowl. I pulled for your team when they were losers. Pull for our team, bro. Come on. They're gonna get killed by the Bills next week. Didn't you guys lose to the Bills?
I don't.
Sorry guys.
We have an uncle that's a Bengals fan.
I know. That's I know.
You're
he's a smart Bengals fan. Yeah. He understands our defense couldn't stop anybody.
Okay, you also beat a Chiefs team that pulled all its starters. So let's take a chill pill. You went 1 for 3. You went 1 for 2 your last 3 games.
Oh yeah, and they lost to the Patriots week 1. We could play this game. Yeah, they lost to the Patriots. They lost to the Steelers. They lost to the Ravens. Lost the Ravens twice. They said apparently they're. I thought they're the big dogs in the North.
No,
what happened? I thought you guys were supposed to be the best offense. Yeah, MVP caliber quarterback.
Well, anyways, that's our show.
It's tough, man.
Anyways, that's our show.
That's our NFL recap for the 2024 season.
Tune in for a wild card prediction.
That's right. We're gonna be doing this probably from now on for the last 3 weeks of the season because guys, come on. Is anybody watching Tennessee and Jacksonville? Is anybody watching Jets versus Carolina?
No.
Nobody's watching these.
Well, the fans, the diehard fans are, but
and the playoff teams mostly are in place. So
yeah.
And then obviously you get to rib on the teams that barely missed the playoffs too. So it's yeah. All right. That's it, everybody. We'll do our playoff predictions in the next episode.
Have a good one.